Welcome. Kasie, good to see you. Okay, so this video is brought to you by my evening bookings that didn't book, except for my 9:30 that booked, so I have an alarm set to make sure I don't miss class, but that's in an hour, so we have time. There may or may not be a part 2 to this video, depending on how long it takes. I've got an hour. Sorry, I didn't see that before. Okay. The supplies I'm going to be using today are from Dollar Tree. This is a canvas from Dollar Tree. It's an actual legit canvas for $1 from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be painting on. But, you know, you want to use what you have on hand. So if you have a piece of cardstock, you could use that. Printer paper is a little thin. If you have construction paper and one of them's white, you could use that. Or you could do this in marker and then later laminate it, whatever you want. But I had this idea. See, I had a fun teacher meetup planned for this month and it got canceled. I'm not blaming it on VIPKID. I'm blaming it on the virus, right? But I appreciate that VIPKID is looking out for us. They're not the only ones. Everybody's shutting down. Not everybody, but practically. So what I'm looking at in front of me is paints that also come from Dollar Tree. I've got a bunch of these little paints. Why? Because I'm always popping one of these in my cart when I go to Dollar Tree, because these are perfect when you have little kids, because you can just like open it up, they use the paint in there, and then you close it back. But what does happen sometimes is it dries out. Have no fear. You can still use that. You just add water. Welcome. I'm glad I have a couple moderators moderating what's going on. So anyway, this is the image we're going to more or less, you know, work off of. It's our inspiration, okay? It's the image of Dino's family. So we're having our own online meetup because I've always wanted to do a painting meetup. Occasionally they've said, hey, do you guys want to get together and have wine and paint? And I'm like, I don't drink, but I definitely paint. And sounds good to me. The next thing is, thank you guys for monitoring. I appreciate that. You're both monitors, so doing your job. So I have paint water. I have my computer pushed back. If you're watching on an iPad, phone, computer, remember, keep the water away from the electronics. Be careful. I have a paper towel. You're also welcome to use a rag, whatever you want to use. The purpose of the paint water and the paper towel, obviously, is for just dabbing in the water and, you know, wiping off the color when you go from one color to another. Okay, so we're starting off from square one. A lot of times when you go to painting meetups, it's already pre-drawn on what you're going to be painting in, but you guys can't receive that from me. So we're going to look off of this sticker right here. I'm going to look off of this sticker and I'm going to draw. And I'm going to show as I'm drawing so that you guys see it. And then I'm going to start painting. So I've got a bunch of these paints in front of me. I may be mixing colors. I have a big thing of white. I have a thing of green, which I'm thinking this is a nice bright color for the background behind the family, which means I'll be painting it last. Okay, so a lot of times people use pencils. You'll probably want to use a pencil. I am weird and unique, and I like writing in pen when I do art. It forces me to not be a perfectionist. It forces me to go with it. It forces me to accept it and move on, because it's permanent and I can't just like erase and redraw the same thing over and over again. I just have to try my best, accept it as it is, and it's art. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Very good. Oh, that's all her. You're going on a walk. Very good. Thank you, Heather Sandlin, for monitoring the comments there. Okay, so I'm starting off with drawing Dino's dad. Oh, and I'm so excited. You see where it says love on the wall? That's where I'm going to be hanging up this picture of Dino's family. And no doubt when we have lessons about family, I'm going to be taking it down and using it as a prop and talking about Dino's family. I'll take it down before class, obviously, to have in hand. So I'm looking at Dino's dad. I'm just outlining the head. Does this pen even work? Yes. Okay. Will this look exactly perfect? Yes. No. And then I'm going to do the little bit of an outline of, oh, can you even see that? Let me see. Maybe this will be more helpful. Okay, there we go. You know what? I'm going to have a darker. I'm going to do it in Sharpie, which is even more permanent, but it's so that you guys can see really well what I'm doing. But you're welcome to do it in pencil. Okay, so what I'm going to continue doing is I'm going to continue drawing it in pen and then going over it in marker so that you guys can see it really well, but I want to have it how I want it and not make a major mistake in Sharpie because that would be tragic. You can't erase Sharpie, that's for sure. Because this canvas is worth $1. $1. Who on the internet says dollar? Do you know? It's, what's her name? I forgot her name. Okay, this is the tummy. So I got Dino's sister in the mail today. I ordered her from Etsy from China. And she came. Okay. All right. I'm gonna continue drawing in pen and then I will do it in marker so that you guys can follow along. I so far am satisfied with how it's turning out. Isn't it exciting when you have an art project, you have a vision of how it will go, and it ends up turning out how you were planning? Isn't that nice? Right? I certainly like it. Then we have the little sister has her little spikes on her back. She's so cute. So what I'm doing first is I'm actually just going to do the outlines of their faces, of all of them, to get it proportioned on the page how I want it. And then I will do more details like faces and stuff like that. So I got this sticker at a meetup, and I also got this cup at a totally different meetup. And I put the sticker on the cup, and I'm so glad I did because now I'm able to grab it and show it at any given time that I want to. So it's kind of like it's on the cup. It is on the cup, but I mean, it seems like it's printed on the cup, even though it's just a sticker. I never, ever, ever, ever put that cup in the dishwasher since it has just a sticker on it. I don't want to ruin it, so I just wash it by hand. I mostly use this cup as a prop to show like milk and drink and stuff like that, hot chocolate. It's a prop cup because I use other cups for water. I used to use that cup for water. Now I don't as much. So these are these like glasses that practically look like goggles that are on top of the dad's head, and he has the sides of the glasses like that. Okay, and this is little sister. She's so cute. These are the spikes on her head. I, for one, up until this point, am satisfied with how this is turning out. Obviously, we're not finished yet. I forgot to draw her other arm. We're not finished yet, but it's looking good. It's proportionate to how I want it because I want to fit the whole family, right? So mom's going to be here, baby brother's here, Dino's here. So I have enough room. I'm satisfied with how I'm drawing it. The proportions of my expectations are working out well. I am not a perfectionist, but I am definitely a right-brained artist. I'm very much a creative type person. It's very much who I am. So I'm a person who I was, a slow reader in school, terrible test taker, but I'm an artistic person. I sewed my own wedding dress, crocheted my own Dino puppet. I enjoy making art. For the longest time, I thought I was unintelligent because I'm a right-brain person, not a left-brain person. So I thought because of the standards of schools, because I wasn't a good test taker, I thought, okay, so now I'm going to do a Dino. I thought that meant I wasn't smart. Until I became a teacher myself, I realized everyone has their own area of genius, and it's not fair that we just test on some things, and if you're not good at that, then you think that you are not smart, because everyone has their own area of genius. So this is big brother Dino. He is shorter than dad, but taller than little sister. So he is about in the middle. He's also the most important character. So drawing him, no pressure, but it's sort of important. It's kind of nice that I'm drawing it in pen and then following up with marker, because if I make him an egghead, I can round it off before I do the marker part. Double checking we have room for baby brother. I'm going to, since I drew it, I know it looks disproportionate, but you'll see what I'm going for in a minute. He's sort of turned to the side, so his cheek is popping out over here, and this is sort of his back over here. So that's why it's looking disproportionate. It's kind of like sister. She's turning this way. He's turning this way towards the little sister. So now I'm going to do, just to make sure that I have room for baby brother, I'm going to put baby brother. Now, baby brother is shorter than little sister because he's the youngest one of the family. So we're going to go across a line right here, and we're going to go down a little bit. We're going to make baby brother. Baby brother is blue and so cute. He's still in the egg. So we're going to be drawing his egg as well. He's a cute little guy. So for forever and a day, we all thought, at least me and most people that teach VIPKID, we all thought that Dino was a dinosaur. Come to find out, he is indeed an alien. I mean, we knew he had monster friends, but we all thought he was a dinosaur. And even his brother being in an egg would lead one to believe that this is a dinosaur family. So the conclusion is that this is a very dinosaur-like alien. So there's baby brother. He looks like a little chick right now. I'm satisfied with how it looks. Now I'm going to do the outline of mom, just because I want to make sure that Dino's not totally covering up mom's face. Mom is shorter than dad and taller than Dino. And she has a white hat or visor, something. And she has a flower. So with her hat, I'm going to make her hat be the height of dad. So she's got a hat on top of her head. And then she's got this hat going on. Will the hat be exactly like the one on there? Probably not, but Close enough. Looks good to me, right? Just got a flower going on in here. I am very satisfied with how this is turning out, and I hope that you are enjoying this project too. I mean, if you paint this, send me either an email or a PM on Facebook or something. Show me your painting. Tag me in it on Facebook, something. Okay, so we definitely have room for mom. Here's mom over here, dad over here, sister, Dino, brother. So now I'm going to keep drawing Dino. I wanted to make sure that Dino wasn't so big that he was pushing somebody else out of the picture, right? If you hear my children screaming, they scream out of joy. They're joyful screamers. They're not fighting. They're having fun. And Daddy is down there, so they're his responsibility. Woohoo! Can I get an amen? Okay. He's got his little hand coming up saying hello over here. He's got his belly sticking out like Dino's does. And he's got his spikes on his head. And on his back. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to outline all of it, and then I'm going to draw the faces. Okay, now I'm actually going to do the outline of Dad's body. So Dad has a little bit of a body. No, his tummy sticks out. So I did not do that well. Okay, here we go. His tummy is sticking out there. So funny, they've all got these round tummies. How come round tummies are so cute on babies and cartoons, and then they give us all this social pressure that women aren't allowed to have chubby, fat tummies? How come we don't get that? How come I can't have a chubby tummy and be cute? Right? Am I right? Yes, maybe? Just like my double chin. My baby is developing a double chin, and it's obviously the cutest thing ever, whereas my double chin, not so much. Not as much, right? Kasie said, amen. Okay, I'm going to read what you're saying. There are still sides that say he's a dinosaur. Really? Interesting. Ha, I'm here to support you. I can assure you I will not be painting. Yeah, you're walking, so but you're supporting me. Thank you so much. So Dad has spikes going down his back. Let's draw some spikes on there. Okay. Dad, Dino. Dino seems like a well-adjusted little guy. And so we see his family looks very friendly and kind and loving. So that seems like that's accurate to where this little guy came from, the lovable Dino. What we didn't know is that Dino's like a 5-year-old. All this time we thought he was a full-grown dinosaur. Turns out he's a 5-year-old little kid, which makes him more relatable to our young students who love him so. I mean, he is quite cute, so works out. Just we didn't know he wasn't full grown. Interesting. I love how Dino's sister has a heart for a tummy. A heart on her tummy, I mean. Sort of reminds me of a Care Bear, you know. Super cute. And she's pink. How perfect is that? But I love the little blue brother in the egg. I'm pretty sure that the family is a very recent development. The family still doesn't show up in hardly any curriculum at all. But this is indeed officially Dino's family. And for sure, they will be showing up in the newer curriculum. So isn't it nice to have a picture of Dino's family? So about this canvas was purchased a long time ago. And yesterday I decided I'm going to turn my messy junk room, dining room, half of a kitchen area that's been just an area for junk to reside. You know, it's the area of the house where the piles collect. I decided to turn it into a craft room for my kids to do crafts during this time that we cannot go to the zoo, the museum, the park, the pool. We can't go anywhere fun. We can't go to the library. We can't go to the pediatrician. We can't go to a WIC appointment. We are staying home. I'm all done with my OB appointments, postpartum and everything. So, and they all had their recent, you know, checkups and vaccinations. So we have no need to go out. We're stocked up on groceries. If I need to go out for an essential need, it's going to be just me. So my kids are stuck inside for the foreseeable 2 months, I say. Unless there's like a surprise announcement, something different. And for that reason, we're planning on visiting Morgan this summer in about 3 months when everything is blown over and everybody is okay again. Everything's right with the world again. We're going on vacation 3 hours away. We're going to go to the museum and the splash park and the zoo and all the fun places with our BFFs. Morgan's kids are all the same ages as my kids. She's got 3 kids. I've got 4. And our kids met when Morgan visited me, and they were all instant best friends. Look at that. I love it. Do you love it? Tell me that you love it. Yeah, Heather Sandlin said no painting from me either. I'm not an artistic person. Well, I appreciate that you're here. We have 7 people watching. Say hello in the chat box if you can. Okay. So now I'm going to draw in the faces. Okay. It's interesting. Mom's eyes are different from dad's. Because mom's eyes are different than everyone else's, I want to not forget to draw hers differently. And I'm going to draw her eyes first. I'm looking at where they're positioned on her face. And I'm drawing the outline of her eye. It is a perfect circle, but then she has eyelids and eyelashes that make them different from Dino and dad and sister. Baby brother has just little lines for eyes. Let me see. Looks creepy before you draw the pupils, right? Oh, gracious. I made one eye smaller, and so I'm turning that into the eyelid. So because I had to do that, I'm making the shape of the eyelid my own style and not the style that the artist chose to draw for the mother. So we see how my artistic liberties are starting to come out onto the painting. Okay. Because we're just working with the mistakes. We're not freaking out about them. So I'm drawing the pupil and the iris and the shine on the eye. There we have Mama's eyes. Let's do her mouth and her cheeks while we're there. She has little cheeks. Not quite like Dino's, her own little cheeks. And she has just a happy little line. Super simple to draw for a mouth. Oh, I love how that turned out. Do you love how that turned out? Yes. Heather Sandlin. Yes, they have where she lives. I don't like to say what city she's from, but they have, so I've heard, an awesome zoo and children's museum. And it's only 3 hours away. And I have never been to the state of Nebraska. So amazing. Yeah. It's cute. Thank you. So now let's do baby brother's eyes. Baby brother's eyes are more or less lines. They kind of remind me of like Yoshi's eyes from what do you call it? Pac-Man. No, Pac-Man. Oh my goodness. Mario Brothers. Sorry. I was drawing and I'm blaming it on that. So yeah, this video is brought to you by my evening time slots that did not book. So here we are. So there's his little face. And I'm going to draw on the spots that are on his shell. He's got big spots on his eggshell. There we go. Now we're going to draw Dino's face. I'm looking at the picture. I'm seeing where his eyes are. Now Dino, because he's turned to the side, one of his eyes, the one that's further away, is somewhat smaller than the other eye. And so we're going to try our best to imitate that in drawing this. And we have the shine on his eye that helps it look alive. And here we have the second eye that is slightly smaller. And we see, can we make it look nice? And it looks good. Okay, we're good. Right now we have his little oval cheeks just under his eyes. And even the oval cheek gets smaller when it's further away. And now we draw his mouth. His mouth has a tongue and 2 teeth. Why is it that as I speak gently like this, I feel like Bob Ross? Do you get that impression? There's Dino's face. Not half bad. Not half bad. Definitely acceptable. All right, now we're going to do Dino's dad. Dino's dad has a mustache. Very funny. But what I'm going to do is draw the mouth first and then the mustache, because the mustache takes the curve of the mouth. So I'm going to draw the mouth first and then the mustache. Yeah, Mario. Thank you, Kasie. Yes. But I'm going to draw the eyes first. And I'm looking there underneath his goggle glasses he's got on top of his head. He's got one eye that's further away is smaller. We'll draw that one first, moving from left to right. And we've got his eye right there. And the other eye is bigger. I'm laughing because I'm hoping he doesn't end up looking cross-eyed. And hopefully this eye looks okay when we're done with it. Okay, there we go. Not half bad. And he's got some little oval cheeks going on, much like his family. And now we get a big, happy dad smile. Maybe he just told the family a dad joke. Do you guys know what a dad joke is? They're those corny, obvious jokes that make you want to go, wah, 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 wah. He has the 2 teeth, just like Dino. So we can see where Dino gets his 2 teeth look from. It's dad. Who knew? And now we're drawing on his mustache that is paralleled to his mouth. Not too shabby, rather adorable, I must say. And last but not least, we have adorable baby sister. Baby sister has a massive forehead, so her eyes are pretty low. One eye is smaller than the other because she is also turned to the side. I should say one eye appears smaller than the other because when they're facing head on, they don't have one eye bigger than the other. Okay. Oh my goodness, she's already the cutest one on the page, and I only have one eye drawn. I think all of our little 5-year-old girls are going to have a new favorite character, and it's going to be little sister rather than Dino. Little sister needs like a princess crown or something, but I'm going to stick to the design of the picture I'm looking off of. Looking great. Thank you. I am extremely satisfied with how it looks, actually. I'm super proud of this picture. And I'm really liking the idea of having a green background. Okay. So here we have little sister. Not bad at all. Now I'm going to go over with Sharpie marker. No, I'm not going to. For the faces, no, I am. Sorry. Sorry to be indecisive. Okay, I'm going to start with little brother's eyes. I want to color them in. Little brother, I mean baby brother. So baby, he looks like he was hatched today. What do you think? I was born yesterday? Yeah, actually, you still have your little eggshell, you cute little baby dino. Coloring in his circles on his shell. So I'm going to be mixing colors as I paint this. And it's 9:06 right now, so we might not have time to finish all of the painting. But we can certainly get started. And I think we're going to start by painting Dino first, because he's the center of the painting, and work our way out from there. And he's yellow. If you mess up with yellow, you can paint on top of it. If you mess up with black, it's hard to fix. Even if you paint over it with white, you can still see some gray shining through sometimes. Did you guys ever watch Bob Ross? Isn't that nice? Looking really good. Okay. Now for Dino's face. Now Dino is yellow with brown spikes down his back, which makes him different from the rest of his family. He has 2 different colors on him. His family each has their own one-tone color, with the exception of his dad, who has light brown and dark brown. But his mom and sister, yeah, his sister has light pink and dark pink. His mom has, what is she? What color is mom? She is coral. She's a coral color. So I'm glad I have a lot of paints to choose from to mix colors together to come up with the right color to make mom and dad and Dino and baby brother. I mean, Dino, you've obviously got to use yellow. So we'll just have to make sure we have a nice bright yellow to use and paint him in with. This is going to be so much fun showing my painting to my students. Welcome, Jordan. Thank you. Another situation that this will be so fun to use in is whenever we talk about making artwork and painting. So this can be used as a wall decoration in the background of your classroom. It can be used for talking about family on the family unit. It can be talking about hobbies and painting, indoor activities, you know, painting, making art, everything. So, yeah. Now we're going to draw Dino's dad's face. There are his eyes. And his mustache. And his cheeks. And his mouth. And his tongue. And his 2 teeth. So there we have Dino's family. Wow, I really, really, really like it. Since we're pressed for time, because I'm going to have class soon, I'm actually going to do everything backwards. Remember how I said I was going to do the background green at the very end? Well, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the background now, let it dry, and then tomorrow have part 2 of this video of paint with me, and we will paint the rest of the family. So we're going to paint the background now, and then tomorrow I will do part 2, and we will paint the family. So we are painting around the edges of the family. We're painting along the edges. We're painting it in the background green. And it will be all done. If you hear my family downstairs, my kids apparently made a mess and Daddy's telling them to clean up. So we're making the background green. You can see the green background. Okay. So I'm painting around the edge. So this way tomorrow when I go to paint the family, it's going to be dry. All right, well, I have to teach my class now. So part 2 of this video is going to be tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.